Coming up next, Weeknight with Ellie Muller. That's right, it's coming up next on the one and only Nick at Night. When late night TV breaks, we fix it. From the gorgeous YouTube Dog Show! And hey, get ready to do some spring cleaning this weekend. It's Weeknight with Ellie Muller. Tonight, jokes about spring cleaning with Toys Gaming Spot, MP, and the incomparable Elephant. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to a man who's going to talk to you folks about spring cleaning. Wait, that's not a joke! Mr. Ali Tommy Muller! Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. My name is Ali Tommy Muller. What's up? Alright, the theme song was composed by Dominic Mathis Piano, and Tori's Gaming Spot is Weeknight Update Storyteller. And they are two of our Shoutout Spotlight winners tonight, along with Eva Emily Dragonbone Hasbro Throwback 2004. Hopefully she'll return to this program very, very soon. Pierre Kelly, Megan Lease, and Prepworks Animation. Please check all those people out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we gotta do, right? That's right, we gotta find out what's up. What's up with spring cleaning? It's good for your home. Well, that was obvious. Here's a spring cleaning mistake that might give you pollen. Dry dusting. That's right. SouthernLiving.com wants you to use a damp cloth. Okay, do not wipe the electrical cords, please. Now, here's a mop that will help you do some spring cleaning. The True and Tidy Duo Clean Bucket Mop. Why? It costs $50. Wow. Okay, that'll work. Well, folks, it's time for another top 8 list. MP, Elephant, let's do this thing. Top 8 spring cleaning tips. Number 8, do not clean your house without any clothes on. Number 7, do not clean a toilet with dirt. Number 6, do not lick the windows in order to clean them. Number 5, do not use a monkey to help you clean your house. Number 4, don't let an elephant clean your windows. They will be broken. Wait, what? Number 3, remember, soap and water will clean things effectively, not urine. Number 2, always sweep the floor properly. In other words, please use a broom and a dustpan. And number 1, do not wait until the last minute. Not everything can be a joke, folks. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, you're telling me. Thank you, boys. Thanks a lot. You know what we're doing. Hashtag Weeknight Update. Hashtag Ellie for Late Night. Hashtag Ellie for Adults. Hashtag Spread LeBron. And hashtag Autism is awesome. Get those hashtags on social media, please. Subscribe, like this thing, subscribe and brown check and chat the comment section down below. Whoever do, please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with the in-between monologue, Toy Story, Moment for Everyone, Talking Time, Random Advice, and this week's Count of the Week question. Remember, this is still the iconic Weeknight Update, and now here it is, your Vibe of the Night.
You're an average Joe, you flow so sloppy. Get some better rhymes, you best lay off me. Done! Wait.
If your boss is a jerk and you get home from work and you feel like a troglodyte, there's instant relief from this hardship and grief. Thank goodness for me at night.
Ever been stranded high and dry, waiting weeks, maybe months for your carpeting to be delivered? Well, that'll never happen with Empire. We deliver in 3 to 4 days. We can do it in 3 to 4 days because we stock most of it ourselves. We promise brand name carpeting. We promise a free Bissell rug shampooer with 2 rooms. With credit terms, we promise no installment payment for 60 days. Plus, the best promise of all, prices that are down to earth. 588-2300. Call us.
Empire. Thanks, Easter Bunny. Thank you, Easter Bunny. Thank you, Easter Bunny. Thanks, Easter Bunny. Thank you, Easter Bunny. Thanks, Easter Bunny. All the world loves M&M's. They're pure milk chocolate joy, a candy shell for everyone.
M&M's chocolate candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Daddy, Bunny, Papa.
Welcome back to Weeknight Update. And remember, Weeknight Update can cure your blues in a matter of minutes. Don't believe me? Well, listen to this. In a few moments, Tori's Gaming Spot will be standing by with yet another story. But first, scratch, sniff, mop, wipe, and wash your hands, because it's time for the in-between monologue. Spring cleaning is the seasonal deep clean that's supposed to remove built-up dust, clutter, and everything else. And that usually happens in the very beginning of spring. Of course, that remark was basically pointless. Now, people say that you need to have a plan before you start spring cleaning so that you won't burn yourself out. That's true, but they've forgotten about a thing called teamwork. Spring cleaning not only removes dust, clutter, and bacteria, but also gives you a better mood. So if you see a sitcom that has a clean home, then you will probably see a happy sitcom family. That's just common sense. Now when you do spring cleaning, open up the window so that the fresh air can come in. Of course, that will also allow the pets and rodents in. And finally, people have been doing spring cleaning since the 19th century. Why? Well, before then, people used to be dirty all the time. So when they started doing some spring cleaning, they actually felt good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Tori's story. Go ahead, Tori.
Hey guys, Tori Mullins here, and welcome back to Tori's Story. So the next story I'm going to be telling you is about spring cleaning. And here's the story. My mom was a fanatic about spring cleaning. Each year in April or May, when the first string of 60-degree days made its appearance in chilly Michigan, my brother and I would grab our brushes and buckets and help Mom spring clean the house. She would open the windows to let the crisp and she would open the windows to let in the crisp spring air. We washed walls and windows, cleaned carpets and closets. We took down, washed and rehung curtains. Washed and rehung curtains. We beat rugs and straightened shelves, threw away broken toys, and donated to small clothing. We even had to de-junk and organize the garbage, the most dreaded task, even though my mom didn't particularly enjoy this yearly routine. In our family, it wasn't optional. She taught us that if we were consistent in keeping up with these nasty chores, they could be tackled before they reached the point of no return. It was hard enough to wash those walls with a year of accumulated residue from our oil burning furnace on their surface. Just imagine how difficult the job would be after 2 or 3 years. I will be honest and say it that even though I dreaded those few days each year, I also loved the feeling I got when spring cleaning week was over. The house's surfaces seemed to sparkle. The air seemed to sparkle. The air smelled lemony, fresh. The shelves, closets, and drawers looked neat and tidy. And as an added bonus, this spring cleaning enterprise would often unearth some prized possession that I thought had long been lost, a treasure among the trash. Once it was a favorite Skipper doll. Another year, my bright red itch. A sketch later, a cherished issue of Tiger Beat magazine. If I hadn't participated in this annual ritual, I'd never have rediscovered these important items. Our homes are not the only things in need of a good spring cleaning. Often our hearts also require some purging. We must be in the habit of looking deep into ourselves to rid our hearts of any thoughts, habits, or feelings that are making us stingy and dull. Envy, jealousy, hatred, discontentment, impatience, unkindness, or revenge. Though these reside in our hearts, they often manifest themselves on our tongues. When we make the effort to bring our hearts to God, asking Him to do what only He can do, He will forgive our sinful attitudes and resulting actions and make our hearts new again. Then maybe we'll be able to unearth some cherished treasures we thought were long lost. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The end. That's the story about spring cleaning. So, stay tuned where I tell the next story. Bye, guys!
Thank you very much, Toy. That was wonderful. By the way, congratulations on reaching 100 subscribers. All right, folks. Let's have a moment for everyone, huh? I know what you folks are saying right now. Ellie, this has to be the weirdest episode of Weeknight update ever. Why are you even talking about spring cleaning right now? Before I answer that question, let me say this. Do you honestly think that this is the weirdest episode of Weeknight update ever? Man, you should have seen the episodes of Weeknight update that I did when I still have my old channel. Those episodes were extremely strange. Anyway, I have to talk about spring cleaning. Everyone cleans up more often in the spring, and that made me think that a late night talk show host should talk about it. Now, I know that none of the major late night talk show hosts are talking about it right now, so I knew that I had to be the one who was supposed to do it. Besides, if I don't talk about things like spring cleaning on a show like this, then who will? Nobody! That's right. So what I'm doing now is necessary and important. You're welcome. Now, folks, let's have a little talking time, huh? Never dust anything when it's dry. That's what Southern Living said in an article published last weekend. Listen to this, folks, all right? Apparently, if you dry dust several things, then you will be spreading pollen. And pollen is one of the main things that people are allergic to. Now, the only way to prevent pollen from coming back would be to dust things with a damp cloth. Now, if you use a damp cloth on, let's say, a computer, then you might find yourself in an extremely electrical situation. I just hope that you will actually use a damp cloth or something that won't give you an electrical problem, like a table or a cabinet or even a door. I don't know why I said that, but whatever. Now, listen to this, folks. The True and Tidy Dual Clean Bucket Spin Mop System is on sale right now for around $50. That's right, $50. And apparently, it's not just a regular mop. Oh no. It's a mop and a broom. Really? A mop and a broom together in one huge system. Really? Really? What do you want me to say? Huh? I mean, seriously, this is getting ridiculous. Let me tell you what will never be ridiculous. That's right. Random advice. Why? Because I have some random advice for you right now. When you do your spring cleaning, don't forget to dust everything. You can thank me later. Never do your spring cleaning without the proper cleaning tools. You know what they are. Don't wait until the end of spring to do spring cleaning. Then it will be called summer cleaning, and that wouldn't make any sense. And finally, spring cleaning is important. Don't forget it. And don't forget, this is your last chance to answer this week's Count of the Week question, which is, what do you love the most about Easter and why? Go over to the post section of my YouTube channel page and answer that question as honestly and as thoughtfully as you can. Tomorrow night will be spectacular because tomorrow night's program will be the Big Easter Spectacular. Join me, MP, Toys Gaming Spot, Mild Chocolate Quickie for 18s, Candy Bar Tools, and GD Cube YouTuber, aka GD Cube, for all the fun. It will be a wild program. Will Evil Empty, Dragon Ball, and Hasbro Top End 2004 return to this program? Who knows? But I do know this. That's the news. And I am Outski 4x4.
If your boss is a jerk and you get home from work and you feel like a troglodyte, there's instant relief from this hardship and grief. Thank goodness for Night at Night.